The personal information of Korean citizens is flowing to China. Chinese-made robots, backed by the strong support of the Chinese Communist Party, are invading domestic restaurants and industrial sites. The serving robot market has already been dominated by Chinese-made robots, and the logistics market is also highly driven by Chinese-made robots. Domestic robot companies are raising concerns that the lights on their feet have fallen due to the indiscriminate airstrikes of Chinese robots with cheap prices. The CEO of a domestic robot manufacturer sighed, saying, "The domestic market share of Chinese-made serving robots is approaching 80%. This means that 8 out of 10 serving robots that can be found in nearby restaurants are made in China." Another official in the robot industry said, "In fact, indoor serving robots running around in Korea can be considered to be almost Chinese products," said. Pudu Robotics is at the forefront of domestic serving robots. Pudu Robotics, a Chinese robot manufacturer founded in Shenzhen, China in 2016, has been targeting the Korean market with low-cost serving robots at the fore. Pudu Robotics has supplied about 2,000 serving robots to the Korean market by May this year, and has a history of collaborating with leading companies including Home Plus, LG Electronics, Sheraton Hotel, and Woehan Brothers. Even the robot that appeared at the inauguration ceremony of the Democratic Party's Presidential Election Countermeasures Committee held in November last year was known to be a Belabot, a product of Pudu Robotics. This is not the only case of Chinese robot companies entering the Korean market. In December of last year, Hangcom in Space, a subsidiary of Young-gil and Computer Group, signed an agreement with Kenan Robotics, a representative service robot company in China, to develop a real-time robot control platform together. The Delhi Drive, which the Woehan brothers introduced to be used in the Tehran RO delivery robot demonstration project to be held next year, is also a robot with its own software installed on the hardware of Chinese robot manufacturer Gen Robotics. In the logistics robot market, the spread of Chinese products is also accelerating. Several robot exhibitions were held in Korea this year, and Chinese robot companies, including Geek Plus and Vision Butterfly, exhibited a large number of forklift-type logistics robots. In the field, it is estimated that more than 60% of the logistics robot market is occupied by Chinese companies. An official in the robot industry said, "Chinese companies with loose government regulations are showing prominence in the logistics robot market by pouring out various products. Competition with Chinese companies will continue to be a burden." The relatively low price is considered to be the biggest factor that allowed Chinese robots to quickly take the lead in the Korean market. China's unique large-scale production facilities and low labor cost are used as a foothold to compete in price competitiveness. Robot industry experts point out that Chinese robots, which have already entered the mass production stage, have prices that are up to half, usually 30% lower, compared to domestic products. The strong support of the Chinese government also plays a role in this. Since 2016, the Chinese government has been actively fostering the overall robot industry, including service and logistics robots. The CCP, which invested 754.9 billion won in the development of intelligent robots in 2019, currently has 10 robot industry clusters in Shanghai, Beijing, and Shenyang, and other parts of the country. Various subsidies and refund benefits are also provided, creating an optimal environment for Chinese robot companies to focus their efforts on technology development. In the case of outdoor delivery robots, some analysts say it is too early to be concerned about robot airstrikes from China. This is because it is difficult for foreign companies to introduce high-performance products tailored to the domestic environment in a short period of time due to the nature of outdoor delivery robots that need to develop robot location estimation technology based on locality. However, considering that the Woehan brothers are already actively collaborating with Gen Robotics, and that KT, although not made in China, has partnered with Russia's largest information technology company Yandex to enter the delivery robot market, it is a view that Korean companies cannot just relax. There is also concerns about data security are also rising to the surface as the introduction of Chinese robots is rapidly increasing. This is because the data collected by self-driving robots can be passed on to the Chinese government. An official in the robot industry said, "It seems quite difficult for Chinese companies that have grown up with the government's unprecedented support to refuse the authorities' request for data ownership. We cannot rule out the possibility that the video and images have already been turned over." In order to gain an edge in the competition with these Chinese robot companies, Korean companies are also spurring technology development. The CEO of a domestic robot manufacturer said, "We have focused on developing technologies related to fully autonomous driving and service with the goal of enhancing competitiveness. We are providing a more convenient system by linking the system and the robot. In order to respond to Chinese robot companies, the government is listening to the voices of the field, said Lee Kyung-jun, head of the Robot Industry Association. Thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe.